Who's hungry? The deli's open. Hey guys, Marco D'Angelo back here for another edition of Marco's Deli. It is the 7th episode of the season, powered by WagerTalk.com, and it's been profitable, guys. We've gone 4-1-1 winning week-wise. Last week we had a 2-2-1 show for you. That push was Missouri against Alabama, but we put it out at +3 on the show. There were a ton of +3.5s out there, so I know a lot of you won that, but officially we are calling it a push for the show, and that brings the record for the season to 18-11, 62% winners. I've got 5 more winners for you today. Let's get started. We're going to get things kicked off with Purdue at Northwestern. Now, Northwestern has won 3 in a row, while Purdue has lost 4 in a row, yet Northwestern is only a 3-point home favorite. This line smells fishy, like they're begging you to take Northwestern. Well, I'm not going to fall for the trap, as you have a Northwestern team coming off that monumental win last Saturday in Happy Valley as they knocked off Penn State and was the final nail in the coffin for James Franklin as he was fired the next day from Penn State. We got a fat and sassy Northwestern team here laying only 3 points to Purdue. I'm going to look for the live dog here, and this is a sandwich spot to go against Northwestern team here off that big upset. Let's go ahead and take Purdue +3 for play number 1. Play number 2, let's take a look at Mississippi State at Florida. Now, this is a bad scheduling spot for Florida. They're coming off playing Miami, Texas, and Texas A&M, all top 25 teams, and has Georgia up next in the annual rivalry game with Georgia, which used to be called the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. I think it's a horrible spot for them. We know that it's been a disappointing season for Florida, and when they're going to get up for a game, well, it's going to be one of those highly ranked teams. Mississippi State, not so much. This is a live underdog here. You've also had Mississippi State 2 weeks to prepare for this game as they're coming off a bye week. I think it's a great spot to take an inflated number with Mississippi State +9.5. Going for play number 3. Let's take a look at Texas at Kentucky. Now, another bad scheduling spot for Texas, who's coming off their biggest win of the season. Now, we said last week that Texas would show up for that game against Oklahoma, even though their national championship hopes kind of got crushed the week before. As we explained, playing their rival Oklahoma in that annual Red River Shootout, and the fact that Oklahoma was still undefeated, we felt Texas would show up for that game and try to knock Oklahoma off their undefeated season. Well, they accomplished that. Now you've got them going on the road to play a Kentucky team who's had 2 weeks to prepare for Texas. Now, Arch Manning, he had a good day passing, completing 21 of 27 passes. But if you look at the stats, he only had 166 yards. It's still a bunch of dinking and dunking with Arch Manning. He hasn't lived up to the hype. I think this is an absolutely horrible spot for Texas. I think they come out flat in this one. Kentucky playing at home at night. I give home teams playing at night versus playing in the daytime a little bit more of a home field advantage because you get that pumped up crowd at night. I think this is a great spot for Kentucky to take Texas to the limit. Let's grab Kentucky plus the 12.5. Before we get to the last 2 plays, guys, let's do a little business here. First, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate the way the channel is growing. More and more of you are finding the channel, and that only happens with your help. And what I mean by that is I need you to give us that thumbs up. If you like watching these videos and what we're putting forth here, it doesn't cost you anything. Just hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm out for the channel. Also, leave me a comment. That helps the algorithms as well. Last week, I asked you guys, tell me where you're from. I love hearing where everybody is watching us from. Tell me where you're at. Tell me who your favorite team is. If you got a question, ask me. I'll come in and answer it in the comments. Tell me what you like about the show, what you don't like, maybe what's something else you'd like to see. We want to build this channel. We want to get Marco's Deli, get a cult-type following, guys. I love bringing you this information. And if you like it, do me the favor and give me that thumbs up. Now, if you really like what we're doing and you want to be a part of my premium plays, well, I got a deal for you too. We've been telling you every week about that Weekend Warrior package. You can pick up Saturday and Sunday's football for $49. Get everything college and pro football Saturday and Sunday. And if I have a Monday night play, like I did last week, we had a big 4% play on Chicago, one of our strongest Monday night plays of the season. It's included free on Monday night. But if you want all of my plays, and that Weekend Warriors, $49. But if you want all of my plays, the way to go, guys, I've got a special deal for you right now. The rest of 2025, there's 10 weeks left of the season. Now, if you want all of my plays, not just the football plays, you want my NBA plays, you want my college basketball that's going to be starting soon, you want our NHL plays, this is the way to go. Guys, since 2020, I'm number one in the NBA in Money One at WagerTalk. Since 2021 in hockey, it was 2020 in basketball in the NBA. Since 2021 in hockey, we're number one in hockey in Money One. You know what we've been doing in football. Get it all. $99 a week is what it costs for all of my plays. That would be $990 if you bought weekly. Right now, you can get the rest of 2025. Every play I release, every sport, for just $449. That's less than $50 a week, guys. Hey, you're paying $49 per weekend for the Weekend Warrior, and that only gets you football. This will get you 7 days of everything, all sports. Head on over to WagerTalk.com. Go to my homepage. If you want a direct link to my homepage, it's wt.buzz/MD, and you can check it out. All right, enough about that. Let's get to some more winners, guys. And we are going to look at Missouri at Auburn. Now, Missouri's 5-1 with their only loss coming last week, that 3-point loss to Alabama, as we mentioned earlier. Now you have the number 16th ranked Missouri team on the road playing unranked 3-3 Auburn. Yet Auburn is the small favorite. What's up with that? Well, this is what I like to refer to as a trap game. Is Missouri is the poster child for lose the same game twice. That was a big game for Missouri last week. They had 2 weeks to prepare for Alabama. They were trying to revenge an embarrassing loss from the season before, and they left it all on the field. They came up just short, 27-24. What do I tell you all the time? When teams have a big game and they come up just short, oftentimes they're flat as a pancake the next week. And that's why we're seeing Auburn as the slight favorite here. What we're also seeing is this 3-3 Auburn team. If you look at their 3 losses, look at who they were against. They were against Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Georgia. Well, the last time I looked, all of those teams are top 25 teams, actually top 15 teams. That is a pretty impressive resume. And in those 3 losses, they were competitive in all 3 of those games. I think Auburn is the right side here. They're going to catch that flat Missouri team off of that Alabama loss last week. Auburn gets this one. We'll go ahead and take Auburn and lay the 1.5 in what is a big trap game for Saturday. Now, for the last one, let's go to the NFL. And guys, man, we've been crushing it with the NFL. 5-1 here on the show. Can we make it 6-1? Let's do it. We're going to take a look at Las Vegas as they travel to Kansas City. Now, Kansas City's played 6 straight high-profile games. And what I mean by high-profile games is 4 of the opponents, they started off with the Chargers in Brazil, division game in Brazil. Then they play Philadelphia. Philadelphia, that was the Super Bowl revenge game in week 2. Talk about 2 tough games back to back. Oh, then who else do they get? Oh, Baltimore comes to town. Baltimore, even though they're having a down season, Baltimore was a big name coming to town. They were the favorite to win the AFC. And they also played Detroit last week. Another high-profile game. In between those games, the 2 games that weren't big-name teams, they played the Giants and they played Jacksonville. Okay, but those games were a Sunday night football game and a Monday night football game. That's 6 straight weeks of either high-profile teams or high-profile TV situations, Sunday night or Monday night. This is a spot where they are going to just rest. Yeah, I'm not saying, they're going to take the week off, but they're going to try to get in and get out. And the general perception of this team now is because the offense is starting to score points and they got a couple players back. They had Xavier Worthy come back 2 weeks ago, and this week they get Rashid Rice back, that the offense is going to explode. No, here's the deal. Rice is going to need a couple weeks. Rust, he hasn't played all season, plus they got to get their timing down. And the fact that when they've been scoring more points is because they've been playing offensive teams that they need to score points. The Raiders don't poise that same threat. And what I'm seeing in this game and what I anticipate is Kansas City's going to want to shorten the game, get in and get out. And if they get a lead, we know what Andy Reid likes to do. He likes to sit on the ball, protect the lead, run the football, keep the clock moving. And that's going to lead to a lower scoring game. And the Raiders, well, their offense has sucked all year. I don't see it changing against this Kansas City defense. So with all that said, I'm looking at a total that I think is just way too high, and it's put that high because of the Kansas City perception. That's not the way this game's going to play out. We're going to take this one under 45.5. Guys, again, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the videos. I love bringing you information. I love teaching you about handicapping and going inside how I break games down. And if you like that, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, helps the channel out. And if you really like it, head on over to WagerTalk.com, check out a premium package and get all of my best plays that I give my premium clients each week. Until next week, guys, thanks for watching, and let's cash some tickets once again. I'll see you next week here in Marco's Deli. Let's eat good this week, guys.